I think we're finally getting to them. Can you smell it? Can you sense it? Can you feel it? I can. Even though at times I get very discouraged because the propagandists, the opinion makers, and the opinion formers, the collectivists, the central planners, I mean, they're pulling out all the stops, as most of you see and recognize. I mean, they're leaving no stone unturned and trying to keep people's minds indoctrinated into the belief of the religion of statism, central planning, forced subjugation. But on a regular basis now, I'm seeing little blips on the radar screen where you can see that they're starting to panic. I mean, whether it's, economics, like some of the way the media talks about deaths and deficits, and I mean, you guys have heard in my prior videos just completely twisted, distorted, messed up narratives they're putting forth, but in an intellectual academic way, so that you think, maybe they know what they're talking about, right? They're great snake oil salesmen. But when they get desperate, when they recognize, when they sense that they're losing the battle for the minds of the people, well, they dig way down, even down deep, right down to the bottom of the bag of their tricks. And this CBC Radio The Current with Anna Maria Tremonti story, whatever you want to call it. But this episode shows me and tells me that they're literally at the point now where, they're digging down. They're trying to grasp anything to propagate their narrative, their message, and hope and pray that if they can get just the right amount of people from academia, those people that the government, the conformists, the people in government, the religious zealots of the state, the ones that got the diplomas lying in their wall that says, I'm a good little serf. I'm a good little slave to the ruling class. Matter of fact, I hope to become part of them someday. That's what that all means. But here we go. Now listen to this for a headline, folks. I mean, if this ain't a clickbait fucking headline, I don't know what is. But they're desperate and they're trying, and this is what they're trying to put forth. And I just want to let you know that this is a professor. But let me read the headline. Critical thinking, in quotations, discourages ideas, says professor. Actually, it's not even proper quotations, but I digress. I actually listened to the entire interview. If you want to, by all means, go ahead. Like I said, it's produced by CBC The Current, Anna Maria Tremonti, Monday, September 7th, 2015. But basically, the whole premise of this so-called professor's lecture, I guess you would want to call it, I just say it's a propagandist fucking session is what it is, but he basically tries to roll out a narrative that suggests that people that possess and retain or attain critical thinking skills, they're closed-minded in some way, shape, or form. That they reject other ideas and narratives. This is basically, and you really should listen to this, because I'm going to tell you my opinion, right? My personal opinion, even though I analyze it properly, and I'm not trying to give you any subjective information, but yeah, I try to be completely objective, believe me, as best I can. But I expect you to use your own due diligence, put me and this gentleman to the test, and hold us to task for everything that we put forth. But this guy is basically saying that those who automatically put up their defenses and reject what I would say propaganda, but what he suggests is other information, right? Now, that twisting of the narrative is fucked up in its own, because I'll even admit that I want to be able to, yes, I want to hear the opinions, the edicts, the preferences. I want to hear the ideology from all different sides. So I got no problem with people putting forth and presenting ideas and narratives that don't fit the construct of what I'm talking about. But they at least have to recognize the fact that 2 plus 2 is still going to have to equal 4. If someone puts forth a message that 2 plus 2 is 4.5, am I supposed to be open-minded and not put up my defenses to block that? What he's suggesting is I should, hey, don't block that. Let's hear them out. Let's put a little weight behind what they're suggesting. I mean, that's not how humans have advanced. Throughout all of history, if you look back, of course we have to be open-minded. I'm a very open-minded person. Anyone that knows me or understands anything I talk about or the philosophy of liberty would recognize you have to be. Or even in the pursuit of philosophy, which is the pursuit of truth. You have to be open-minded and be willing to take in all kinds of information so that you can sift through it all, sort through it all, and come to truth, right? That's what we're trying to attain, is truth. As well as compassion, empathy, empiricism. These are all important, but truth has to be held as one of the highest virtues. But this guy is saying, no. There's not necessarily a truth. There can be lots of in-betweens, which is, it's either true or it's not. It either fits in the narrative of 2 plus 2 is 4 or anything else. And as you all know, anything else is incorrect. Even if you said 2 plus 2 is 4 point whatever. We all know that's not true. And the fact that they want to twist and distort reality to the point where you're even going to question reality, objective truth, reason, and logic. They're trying to get you to question that. They're trying to get you to question critical thinking skills and come to objective truths. I mean, old world religions were famous for this. But what, like I've said in prior videos, the old world religions couldn't translate that into a real world power or authority that gets to impose that on you. God doesn't get to come down, right? God doesn't get to come down from higher heaven and impose his message on you. You have to meet the certain requirements on your own, but it's voluntarily. Governments and educators from academia, which are just the preachers in government. Let's be honest. The politicians are your higher ups, right? Your bishops, your pope, your bishops, the higher ups, right? In that kind of realm. And then your teachers are your state employed propagandists, preachers, right? That are going to bow and yield and conform to whatever their political masters tell them and put forth and propagate that kind of message, that kind of narrative. Like, for anyone, this Patrick Finn is the name of this so-called professor, says the culprit, the problem in the world today basically is critical thinking. I mean, that basically means when they're that brave to put that kind of message forward without trying to, I mean, yeah, he tried to twist it a little bit, but the way they're doing this tells me that they believe a great majority of people are indoctrinated enough now in the modern era into the religion of statism that they don't have to put a whole lot of work into twisting your mind, distorting the concepts of reality. They don't even seem to want to have to work very hard at it anymore. Shame on you for allowing them to not. They don't even have to work very hard anymore. They just have to line their walls with credentials from the state. You know, have lots of diplomas lining their walls so that you realize or recognize that they're an authority and I better yield and conform to what they have to say. That's a sad reality. But I'm here to make sure that there is also a challenge to their narrative. I'm going to challenge it, just like all the people in the past that have brought about true freedom and liberty and prosperity and intelligence, right? Who have advanced humanity properly, ethically, morally, intellectually. I'm here to say, don't listen to these people. I mean, yes, I recognize that. Yeah, I'm just me. I don't have all these diplomas lining my wall, so I recognize that populists will still appeal to a much larger audience than I will ever, probably in my entire life. But the truth has to be told. I'll speak the truth even if my voice shakes, although I'm so used to it now and I do it on such a regular basis. Yeah, there's no shaking. I understand it enough and I realize that I'm being principled enough that I'm not worried about telling the truth. The truth is the truth, and I'm going to put it forth. Don't care how many people don't want to hear it. Don't care how many people cover their ears, close their eyes, shut me out. I'm laying the foundation for the here and now, and the foundation for the future. It's there. I've tried to put it out there, but even though some of you don't want to accept it, and you'll reject it now, it's always going to be out there when the time comes, and you want to embrace it. It's a Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.